Yo, what's going on everybody? TK Gaming and welcome back to another NBA 2K17 rebuilding video. And in today's video, I'm going to be rebuilding a team with players that have not won a championship, that have no rings. So this team is obviously looking pretty nice. As you guys can see, Russell Westbrook, our top rated player, 95 overall. KD right there, him and Westbrook joined back pairs in the backcourt right there. DeMarcus Cousins is on here. Chris Paul, a really good guy that I wish could win a championship, but hopefully he does before he ends his career. I want to see all these guys win a championship. Paul George, Dwight Howard, Blake Griffin, Carmelo, and Derrick Rose. So obviously these guys, some of these guys are much younger than others. As you guys can see, Chris Paul 31, when Blake Griffin is 27, and then DeMarcus Cousins basically got drafted into a losing franchise, and it's been there ever since. So our starting lineup is looking pretty nice as CP3 is manning it down. It looks like Russell's going to move over to the 2 guard. Kevin Durant, Blake Griffin, and DeMarcus Cousins, with Paul George, Dwight Howard, Carmelo, and Derrick Rose all coming off the bench. So obviously we're going to play it out until we can win an NBA championship, and hopefully we can keep all these guys, because if we don't win in our first season, we're still going to have to keep, I guess. Let's look here at the player contracts. We got a couple guys. I know Derrick Rose is off after this year, so we're probably not gonna have enough salary cap to re-sign him. So hopefully we can win it in 1 year and get it done with, so we don't have to bring back all these guys. But I'm excited to see how many wins this team can get. Who knows? Could we beat the Golden State Warriors record of only 9 losses? We're going to see, and if I need to make any trades, I'll make sure to tell you guys. Okay guys, so here we are at the trade deadline, and going through the schedule, we have been demolishing teams. Not really here, but later up in the schedule, as you guys will see. But we got so many wins against the Warriors, which is basically our top competitor, because if you think about it, they only lost KD. They still have Curry, Clay, and Draymond, as we won them there, and then we beat them again, only by 1 point, but then we came back and beat them by 10. So that's looking pretty good. I'm probably going to make a trade, but we're going to take a quick look here at the standings, as we're first in the West. Okay, so the Rockets are second below us, with James Harden obviously leading them. I should have put James Harden probably in here. Forgot about him. So where are the Golden State Warriors? Are 27 and 29, not even above 500. Okay, so KD definitely makes a huge difference to that team. KD's averaging 19, a leading scorer with 6 rebounds. Westbrook 16, around 9 rebounds and 76. That would be crazy if you could average a triple-double with this amount of superstars on this team. So this is basically how Doc Rivers has the lineup right now at the trade deadline. Chris Paul, Westbrook, Durant, Blake, DeMarcus. So it looks like Blake, I'm pretty sure, moved into that starting role. And Carmelo really isn't getting that many minutes, as Derrick Rose right there too is at the bottom of the list. So we're going to see where we can improve. So we need a shooting guard, and it looks like Westbrook's going to man down the point guard, and Chris Paul is going to be a 2 guard. So, and if CPU fix that, I might just go after a free agent shooting guard. Like, we need someone coming off the bench, and our roster is full. So let's release someone here and try to get someone that can play the shooting guard position. I should have just traded for someone, but I feel like no one really, because we can't give up any of our players that haven't won a championship yet. So that is a pretty good deal, and we'll see if he could play, if he's going to play at all. But he probably won't play, but just in case someone gets injured, he will be there for backup. So we're looking pretty good. We did make one acquisition here at the trade deadline, and I'll see you guys at the end of. Okay guys, so here we are at the end of the season, as LeBron James takes home MVP. Look at those numbers, 24, 11, and 10. Basically averaging a triple-double out of LeBron. That's going to be a team that we're probably going to face in the finals. So we're going to have to be aware of those numbers in the regular season for LeBron. You already know what he puts up in the playoffs, as Ben Simmons takes home Rookie of the Year. Brendan Knight, 6-man. LeBron wins Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 2 steals and 2 blocks. Nikola Jokic, Most Improved. And let's see here who the Coach of the Year is, and it's Tyronn Lue, leading his Cleveland Cavaliers to a 66 and 16 record. So going through all NBA first team, let's see if we have anybody. Okay, so it looks like we're not going to have anyone, because we already had all that superstars on the team. Not everyone's going to have the ball at once. So we're going to take a look at the standings here. We finished first in our conference, 70 and 12. which is really, really good for this team. Kevin Durant, 18.6 rebounds and 4 assists. Westbrook, 17, 9, and 8. His numbers kind of fell off. And everyone else played really, really well. So I'm excited. Let's take a look at the coaching, see if we need to maneuver anything before. So I think I'm going to start CP3 at point guard. I don't like him at the shooting guard position. Durant, Blake, and Cousins. Okay, so that's a really good starting lineup. I'm excited for the playoffs, and I'm probably just going to simulate to the finals or even the Western Conference Finals because you already know we're going to make it. So where are we? We are going up against the 8th-seeded Minnesota Timberwolves. So this team is really scary when they make it to the playoffs because they got Towns, they got Wiggins, Levine. Okay, so they've already won a game on us. Let's take this one. Nope. Game 6, Game 7. And we have been eliminated. That is 2K cheese right there. With all of this amount of players on our team, superstar caliber players, we lose to the Timberwolves. They're a scary team, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy. And I'll see you guys. Not see you guys, but we'll simulate here through the playoffs, and it looks like it's going to be the Rockets and Cleveland. And the Cleveland Cavaliers have won the NBA championship, and LeBron James is the finals MVP. So obviously, we just need to bring back, hopefully, if we can have enough cap space, bring back Derrick Rose. That's basically the only guy I think that we have in free agency. And hopefully, maybe we can have a little bit of cap space to bring someone in. That would be pretty cool. Okay, oh, I forgot. KD, Chris Paul. So we're losing everybody. So we're going to have to take away some of these players here. Let's release some of these players. Gary Neal, Raymond Felton, and that'll be it for now. So my free agents, you do not have, okay, so we don't have the cap space to bring back any of these guys. We can obviously bring back Chris Paul. Okay, we can bring back Blake. Can't bring back Chris Paul. We can bring back Rose. So hopefully these players accept, because other than that, our team's gonna go way down, and no one's accepted quite yet. So we cannot go after KD. We cannot go after Chris Paul. Curry, no. Lowry, okay, so we're not going to have to go after anyone besides Blake and Derrick, and they're both going to different teams. And that's basically going to be our free agency. We're going to lose out on I think it was 4 key players right there. So now our team is looking totally different. Going to have to make some trades and see how it goes. I'm going to be sending Dwight Howard to the Boston Celtics for Al Horford. I think that's a great guy that can fit in our rotation. Doesn't need to score that many points and still is an effective player on the court. So we're trading a player that still hasn't won a championship in Al Horford for Dwight Howard. So I don't really think it's that big of a deal trading away Dwight Howard for another guy that hasn't won a championship. So this is what our starting lineup's looking like. Russell Westbrook, Jody Meeks, Paul George, Carmelo DeMarcus, Al Horford coming off the bench, and Rashard Holmes. Our bench is going to be terrible, but I think we're going to have to do something with it later in the year. But we still can't trade our players until there's like 20 days into the year, all of our new players, because you can't trade any of the guys that ever won a championship. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season if we don't make any trades. Okay, guys, so here at the end of the season, LeBron James wins MVP for back-to-back seasons. This guy's going off, looking to beat all the records. Daryl Burgess wins Rookie of the Year. Joakim Noah wins 6-Man. Anthony Davis Defensive Player of the Year. Eric Bledsoe Most Improved. And Greg Popovich of the Cleveland Cavaliers, okay, wins Coach of the Year. That is interesting. So we're going to take a look at the standings. Obviously, we finished first again, but obviously a lot less wins. Let's take a look at the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, they got back KD. No way. They got back KD. That team is unstoppable. That's crazy how they get KD again. Portland, let's see who they added. I want to see which team added someone from our team. It doesn't look like anyone from here. Where did Chris Paul go to? That's the real question. I can't find him here in the Western Conference. So going to the player stats, Paul George led us in points with 23, Westbrook 21, 11 and 9. Okay, basically 8 assists there for Westbrook. So in our first round matchup, we're going up against the Utah Jazz. I don't think we're going to beat the Warriors. I'm not joking here. We got to get out of the first round. Okay, so now all we got to do is get out of the second round. Obviously, something that they can't do as our first game. I'm not sure why it froze right now, but hopefully it continues. I don't know why this game just froze right now. Okay, I still am like game by game. My bad. We're up 2-0. We're up 3-0. Can we sweep them? No, we cannot. Do not let them come back. Let's go. We go to the Western Conference Finals where we are facing the Golden State Warriors, who have been facing a lot of struggles. Game 6, the Timberwolves brought them to a Game 6. Game 7 against Portland. Let's take a look at that Game 7. Okay, so they came out with a big win. Durant, 25. I do not think we're going to beat this team. They're just way too good as they take a 1-0 advantage. We tied at 1-1. They go up 2-1, 2-2. 3-2, then let's simulate this one with Simcast. Really big game to go to the NBA Finals, at least for the Warriors. We can get tied up and bring it to a Game 7, and let's go. That's what we do. Westbrook, 21, 14, and 5. Wants to beat out KD there. Paul George, 21. DeMarcus, 18, and 14. Carmelo, 17, and 12. And like I said, Horford doing things off the bench. Come on, Game 7, simulate this one again with Simcast. We are playing at home. This should fuel our team up. Let's go. Okay, 8-point game. Westbrook is close to a triple-double. Durant, 23. Come on, let's slow this pace down. No. Okay, now we're down by 7. We're going to get eliminated. Westbrook, nearly a triple-double. DeMarcus played almost a 20-20 game. Paul George, 13. Durant, 34. Curry, 18. And Clay, 17. So we made it to the Western Conference Finals. I'm not going to play another year because we're going to lose out on all those star players. And Kevin Durant was Finals MVP, so that kind of stinks. I still couldn't win a championship with this team. Obviously, a less amount of trading. So that was pretty cool to see what I could do with this team. Maybe if we put them all in the Golden State Warriors, it would have been a different story, but that's about it as the Warriors win a championship. So if you guys do want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.